Hey everybody, my name is Juan Gutierrez. I'm your host today at the Baylands podcast, and I am here with a very special guest today.
Hey, I got you here. This is Charles Hardcastle, freshman here.
And little do y'all know, it's Charlie's birthday today. He's big, big 19?
19.
You doing anything special for your birthday today?
Man, I'll be going out with some friends. It's unlimited boneless wings night at Wings and Rings. We're gonna go hit that up.
Okay.
Heck yeah, man.
And then I usually start this podcast off with a little icebreaker. So
Sweet.
the question I got asked today was, is hot dog a sandwich? What would you say? What are your thoughts?
I actually think it is, because I remember it was in like 8th grade basketball. Me and my friend on the bus ride to one of our long meets. Everything's so spread out here. We were driving to one of our basketball games, and he mentioned that we look it up, and the definition of a sandwich in the Urban Dictionary, or not the Urban Dictionary, Webster's Dictionary, I think it said a sandwich is a split bun or 2 pieces of bread with meat or any kind of fillings inside, that kind of thing. So I think the split bun constitutes it as a sandwich.
See, I feel like it has all the stuff to be a sandwich. You know, it has the bread, it has the meat, it has the toppings. But it's just the way society has it categorized. Like when you go to a breakfast, a diner, you see sandwiches, you see burgers and stuff like a burger. A burger wouldn't necessarily be considered as a sandwich because you know it's its own category. And I feel like hot dogs the same reason. So I understand like that argument, but I'm gonna have to be the devil's advocate on this one and say it is not a sandwich. But Charlie, so you are one musical. Me and you have a lot of music taste in the same.
Definitely.
So for you, what is a genre you like to listen to just on a daily basis? Like, what's your favorite genre?
Daily basis, the one that I hit the most is easily like hip hop. I listen to that more than anything. But I really love like really old music, like Frank Sinatra and like Nat King Cole, like way back in like the 40s and 50s. I like stuff like that. And then R&B, rock. I'll listen to a little bit of everything, but hip hop is like 80-90% of the music that I listen to.
And do you have like different genres that you listen to? Like one for like, say, waking up in the morning, one at night, like post-race jams. Like, is there like a versatile with that, or is it just all hip hop for you?
Let's see. It's mostly hip hop. Like I'll wake up and it'll be like some nice relaxing, like slower stuff, like some of J. Cole's stuff, or like some easier Lil Uzi beats, that kind of thing. I always start off the day like almost always like chill, relaxing, nothing really big. Unless like I'm going to work out in the morning, I got something going on that I got to get ready for, then I'll like crank it up a bit, some like faster, harder stuff. And then throughout the day, it kind of depends on how the day is going. That'll determine my music. But I feel like during the day is where I listen to most of my R&B, because like I'm trying to keep myself in a good mood, something upbeat, something to bob my head too.
Yeah. So if you had to pick, like you can only listen to one genre for the rest of your life, what genre are you picking?
I think it's got to be hip hop, just because like I said, that's like all I listen to, and there's so many artists that I love. Like I feel like I would never get tired of it.
You know what? I'm right on there with you. I mean, I'm a big R&B guy, so I really indulge into not just necessarily like the lyrics of a song, like that's a big point of it.
Yeah.
But I also love like the making process of it, like the different synths behind it, the bass, the drums, like all of the instrumental components that brings the song together is kind of what makes it for me. But I'm the same way. Like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll put some oldies on, something smooth, relaxed, midday, you know, some EDM, some rap, whatever that night, kind of just chill vibe, R&B, some slow jams.
For sure.
So 102.5 slow bands. Hey, if you're from the Bay Area, you know. But yeah, if I had to pick one, I would go overall EDM, just because it's so versatile and it has everything from, you know, your slow music, it has your up pace beat, like hype music, it has just kind of music that like speaks from the heart. So if I had to choose one, I think overall EDM would be my big one. But
I respect it.
So you are a freshman here at Minot. What brought you to Minot?
To Minot, a big thing was, and my mom loved this, was that it's close to home. I got family 2 hours away in Williston. It's over by Montana here in North Dakota. But yeah, close to family was a big thing. My parents, just as much as me, didn't want me going too far away. Like, I love the independence and I love being on my own, but like, it's nice having family close by to rely on when I do need that, you know. And then Minot's also like super affordable. It was good for me to pay for out of my own pockets. I didn't have to ask my parents for money or anything. I felt really good about that, and hopefully I can keep that going. But yeah, no, the affordability close by, and obviously a good running team here that's been improving more and more every year, and that's something I wanted to hop on while I had the chance. So yeah.
And y'all might not know, but Charlie, he's a freshman superstar. He's been putting in that work this year. Like, dude, congrats to all your success so far. Like, I can't wait to see what you do in outdoor. But, dog, you've been killing it. What's your secret? What what is it?
Man, it means a lot coming from you older guys when I hear stuff like that. Because, I mean, secret is really like a lot of the stuff that I got from my coach in high school, Shane Wallstrom. Shout out to that guy. He is an amazing high school coach. He is every aspect of what a high school coach should be, because he sets us up for being athletes or people outside of high school and after high school. And I take a lot of the things that he taught me, like always work hard, always control your attitude, focus on the things that you can control when you're dealing with this stuff, and just like put your head down and just grind, you know? And that's the big things that I've been focusing on. Like going into this year as a college athlete, I was telling myself, like, I will improve, I will get better, and I'll take however much it is, but I'm going to shoot for the stars, you know? Like I really wanted to just kind of go for a huge year, big PRs, and like show out and be the fast runner that this team needs me to be and elevate the guys around me. But the big thing is like just focusing on myself and working hard and making myself better.
Yeah, and like for you, I remember you started your junior year?
Yeah, junior year.
He hasn't even been running his whole life. Like, I started at I ran for fun in 3rd grade. We had like a little if you run 100 miles during like breakfast and lunch, you get like a trophy. Okay. So over the whole fucking break span, I running laps. And why did I do it? I have no clue. To this day, I have no clue. I just remember I was like, I want that trophy, and I got that first one. But, I mean, I guess that started my running path. But you've barely started your junior year, and in 3 years, dude, you've done so much. So props to you on that. You're killing it. Liquid IV is a hydration stick that allows you to hydrate 2 times faster than water alone by using CTT. It also gives you 3 times more electrolytes than most sports drink and gives you 5 essential vitamins. I'm an athlete, so I use it to help me recover when I'm doing all my workouts and training. But don't ask me, take it from these guys.
When coffee can't do the job, I use Liquid IVs.
I like to use Liquid IV after a long, hard night of frat partying.
Use code 1_G7878 for 20% off of all online orders plus free shipping. Go get hydrated. Another thing I want to ask you is, what's kind of, I guess, the mentality you have for when it comes to competing in like these type of events and sports?
The mentality I have, a big thing I think is because my dad always taught me, like, because I played football before I started running.
Yeah.
And my dad always told me, like, be an asshole out on the field, beat the crap out of them, but always be there to smile and help them up. Like, keep that sportsmanship, but also use that aggression, use that anger. Because one thing that I taught myself through sports is, like, hate those people that you're competing with, because they're out there and they're trying to take something that I love, and I love winning. I love that more than anything. And they're trying to take that away from me. That's the kind of thing that I think. I think, like these people want to actively steal something from me that I love, and I don't want to let that happen. And so I take a lot of anger and like a lot of frustrations, a lot of emotions. I rely on my emotions a lot, which can backfire. Like, there are times when you need to be cool-headed, you need to be level, and that's things that I'm working on, you know. But I try to carry like frustrations, anger out with me when I'm running out there. I try to motivate myself through that, and that's kind of the mentality I have, is like, hate them when you're on the track and love them when you're off, you know. Like, because I'll be there to shake their hands after a race, whether they beat me or not. And like, I follow a lot of guys that I'm running against on Instagram. I keep up with them. I ask them how their training's going. Like, I try to stay good friends with them, but when I'm on that track, it's all anger, it's all red.
Oh yeah, like I completely understand that. Like, from a high school, we had a very like well-driven cross-country team. We were, I think we would always get third in our conference. But back in high school, all of our guys, like our top guys, we would have under 16 or low 16s. There was at a point where our JV guys were all running under 17s, and that's a crazy thing. But it's just that mentality that you need. It's like when you're on that field, you're not trying to be mean or arrogant, but you have to have that mental aspect that I can beat anyone.
Absolutely.
Everyone, like anyone who steps on this line, I'm gonna win. And like that's kind of like how I talk to people. I'm like, you gotta, if you're not in the right headspace before the race even starts, you're already checked out. You're already gonna lose. If you come up, oh, I don't feel good today, oh, my leg's sore, this and that, like you're already checked out. And
Absolutely.
that's where I tell people, like, your mentality can help you so much. Like being physical is, don't get me wrong, you need that as well. But I feel like when you compete, it's that mentality that like switches over, it takes over, and that what really wins championships. And dog, I see that fight in you. That's why I've been saying every time I see you race, like when you come to practice, you're ready to eat, you're hungry. It's like, this guy's gonna do big stuff, and you have, dude. You've been killing it. This dude, he broke this guy right here. Y'all see him. He broke the school record. Someone just beat him by little seconds, but he had Jacob Jacoby, Mr. Minot. He broke his record, and damn, dog, you're fast. Like
That means
3
so much,
years,
man.
dude. It's crazy.
I appreciate it.
But I got one last question overall, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. But so we were talking about competing, right? As like for kids, do you think participation ribbons should be a thing?
Oh, okay. I can
So,
kind of
you
tell
know?
you were going that way. Yeah. The participation things. It's so controversial, but it seems so tiny. But like when I think about it, I feel like it gets to a certain age where you got to cut that off. I feel like when they're really little, like elementary school years, I think that's a little less important. You know, like you can give them the participation ribbons or medals or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because at that age, like, let's be honest, most of them are doing it just because their parents want them to do it, you know, and half of them don't really want to be there. They're doing it with their friends, messing around. They don't know what they're doing out on whatever it is, the soccer field or the track or whatever. But I feel like once you hit those middle school years or like late elementary school years, whether that's like 6th grade, 7th grade, I feel like those are the years, or even like 5th grade, like you can start taking those away and like push that competitiveness and let them find out if they're really for this, you know?
Yeah, and another thing on that, it's like I feel like it's a sense of when everybody gets award, I feel like there's not necessarily a drive or a real, like you said, competitiveness. with
Yeah.
it, to where like I'd feel like up to like 5, 6, and then after that, it's like, okay, you know what? Now this is where you got to like start understanding like. It kind of sets you up for life too, you know. You're not always gonna win everything. You're not always gonna succeed. You need those failures in order to learn. And I feel like, yeah, participation ribbons. After a certain age, like you said, like for me, the cap would be like around 6, because they're not even cognizant of it yet, you know. They're
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
At the moment, it's like, oh, I get an award, all right. But yeah, I feel like that's definitely something that needs to be switched up.
For sure.
But Charlie, thank you again, man. Thank you for joining me tonight. Happy birthday, dog. Big
Appreciate it,
19. 3 years of competing, dude. A stud. He's an athlete, overall sensation, and he got some good looks. Like,
Man.
great looks. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. The last session. These podcasts are going to be out every Saturday night, and yeah, y'all take care.